Welcome back, our viewer. And the discussion still continues, where I'll tell you you're free to interact with us. Send your comments, send your questions. So far, you've heard about the topics we are having today. Wherever we've reached, you can feel free to ask your question. You can feel free to interact with us on Facebook, that is Faraja TV Kenya. And on YouTube, we have Faraja TV Media. On set, I'll introduce my normal panelist. This is Lefty. He's going to greet you.
Hello, viewer. Thank you for joining us. I'm Lefty.
We continue with our discussion together with our life coach and the two of us. We are going to introduce another topic, and this is transformative relationships. What are transformative relationships? And because we have someone to guide us, he's going to guide us what it is, why we need it in our lives, and why it is so important that we interact in that manner, because there has to be a benefit, right?
Sure.
Yeah, so you're going to tell us what is transformative relationships. Then from there you can guide us on the importance of it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much once again. I'm Caleb, your today's life coach, and transformative, you talk about transformation. Transformation is like metamorphosis. You change from one kind of being to another. Like the way a butterfly is, it starts with the caterpillar.
Yeah.
It goes to the cocoon. It develops, and then it becomes now a fully grown butterfly. Before now it breaks and becomes a very lovely butterfly. So transformatives are transformation starts from within, or what we call transformative aspects of our life. They start from within us, like within the individual himself. Like you as an individual, how can you transform? How do you transform? Like after one maybe trauma or traumatic event. A traumatic event is just an event that hits you. I like to use comrades because that's where probably I come from a lot. So you get broke and then you rise up again, unajitoa ukungu, unajifuta. So the transformation now, because it starts from within, it starts from the mind. It starts from the mind, how you view life generally, and how you view relationship, because you cannot live by yourself unless you're an igloo. You're somewhere in the snow, alone, living on your own igloo, that house there. So because you must transform through the input from outside and the input from inside. Now you go to transformative relationship. Now how you relate that transformation to you, to him, and to the rest of the society. Now how they can say that this individual has fully grown or matured. Like a child of 8 years. Yes, there are geniuses who go to the university, right? They go and they excel because that's the mind now. It's very brilliant. Like normal human being, the normal, I may say average, though I don't like the word average. He has to grow from one stage, from a child to grow with his knees, to stand up and develop.
Okay.
All right. And now to relate with the outside world.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's the transformative relationship is basically how relationships now are influenced by the changes within the individual. And now they influence the rest of the society.
Okay.
Yes.
So this implies that if your inner transformation is positive, then you will spread positive vibes out here.
If your inner being, what we call the inner self, or the self now, is so positive, you'll give out positive transformation.
Yes.
And people will now relate with you positively. They will say that this guy or this woman, this gentleman has fully matured positively.
Yeah.
And they are now impacting the society positively. Though it might not, it might, because we have individuals, even if you try to be positive, we have individuals now who watakuonea tu, wataona kuna kakikwazo hapo, because you cannot please everyone. Yes, but if your majority part is the positive transformation, the perspective of the society towards you, it will be a positive one.
Okay.
Yes.
So suppose
maybe
there are people who are always negative, like they don't have a positive eye, they never see anything good in anything or in anyone. Does that mean inwardly they are negative, their transformation?
It depends, because it's the input and the output. We say in the physics, for every positive reaction there is an equal. For every action there is an equal positive or opposite reaction. So if you put positive, you must get another positive. If you put negative, you must get a negative reaction. So if someone sees you as a negativist, someone who is always negative or pessimistic, they will always they will always influence you as and it's called labeling in psychology. We call it they will label you as a negative person. All right. And when now the society labels you generally, and they say that wewe ni mtu tu wa mikosi, ama mtu tu wa madeni, you know that the trust issues zinaanzaga ku build up. You find yourself you cannot fit in any relationship. When you try family, it fails. When you try business, it fails. When you try what do you call it, any type of relationship, family, lifestyle, it fails. You become a failure, and that one will drive you now, your self-esteem, or what we call yourself. You will now feel that there's nothing that is working out, right? But if the society views you as negative, and you don't mind, you just say that I know. I'm not negative in this perspective. I'll do it despite. Right? It won't affect you. It won't affect you. So every output from the society, for it to affect you, it must. You must first react to it. You must first get your reaction. How that reaction will determine your behavior. All right? Yes.
So far left, do you have any question to him?
Yes, you've talked about positive and negative.
Yes.
And you have used an example of a comrade.
Yes.
Let me ask a question so that I can feel satisfied.
Yes.
Okay, about the positive, umetumia comrade. So this comrade is somewhere in his cube, her cube.
Yes.
Amesota. But combined, he or she is very positive.
Yes.
But yes, I'll get money, but he doesn't put the effort.
Yes.
So are we going to be wrong when we say positivity and effort go hand in hand?
It's based also on the situation, right? Because most comrades, like what they struggle with, what stands out as a comrade is the issue of finances. Like ukienda sahi kampo wanguke tu uko waulize shida gani tu mna face nyote, like what's the main problem, right? Before madam, they will say do. Before issues of girlfriend, boyfriend, nini and relationship, they will say money. We don't have enough money. And if we have enough, it's not enough, right? So it's based on the situation. Like in campus, we have the mass thinking that kama tumesota sote. I remember tukua campus, we used to go, ukinipeleka lunch leo, tomorrow, it's automatically imputed that mimi ndio nitakupeleka next, right? But the situation now that is prevailing, will now determine if you want to really make money or you want to just stay like that and you're comfortable with the situation, right? Because there's someone kwa hiyo ka cube atasema nitafanya nini nipate pesa. Kuna someone atasema what am I going to do in order to solve this situation and get out of it, maybe gradually. Kuna mtu atakimbia aenda atafute ka employment hapo kwa duka ya so and so ama hoteli ya so and so. Kuna mwingine ataenda achukue socks gunia moja aanze kuuza. Kuna mwingine atachukua trousers za kaki asambaze it now depends on that situation, like you as an individual. Have you grown to that position now you can think like a problem solver, or you're just comfortable that everyone is broke? Because semesters inaanzaga the first semester, hiyo mwezi ya kwanza mnakula shopping yote, now you eat all the money, and then ako kamwezi kapili sikana kuaga na some few cats and rats. Now when you're rushing to the exam, umesota ujakula uko na mausingizi na bado you have to revise and pass the cat, right? So you gain transformation by thinking out of that box. Unajitoa, unajiambia na mimi kama so and so, how will I solve this situation so that when I find myself, because just semester ni mob, when I find myself next time in that situation, how am I going to get out? That's now transformation. You transform your thinking by renewing of your mind. Yes.
So
yes.
Maybe another question. Many people merge that positivity with a little bit of religion. He or she might be reluctant, maybe aseme kwa mind ako positive.
Yeah.
So yanajua according to the Bible, according to the religion he or she is, their God, let me say that, will do something. So I wanted to get clear, positivity and effort go hand in hand, right?
Yes, that's why I said for every action, there must be an equal and opposite reaction.
Right.
Yes, because if you don't put the effort, how are you even going to know that this, how is everyone now going to know that you're doing something about it? All right. So positivity, and yes, you believe. Believes now, that's a very broad topic. You believe na God nini. Kuna people who don't believe in God, but still it's also a belief. Not even not believing is also
believe in itself.
Not believing is believing. So artists wache kutuambia sisi hatuna believe yote, because their belief is not believing. All right. So if you don't do any effort about your situation, you're going to remain. If you don't, now the biggest problem that you find even in life now, ukishatoka campus, ni kukaa ndee, or what we call neglecting. Everything that is neglected is prone to chaos. Ukiacha avocado hapa for 1 week, after 1 week you won't get the avocado. You will get maggots, right? You'll get something that has decayed. That's the law of decay. If you don't do anything about your situation, then nothing is going to happen, but that nothing will come with something. Because in the universe, you cannot find a vacuum where there's nothing happening, right? So you'll find yourself that the situation probably has gotten worse. You've gotten depressed, more depressed. You've started now thinking about the anti proactive measures like stealing, right? Like kufinya watu, ngeta and everything. Just go to campus and waulize what's the prevailing issue. Inakuwaga tu wizi. All right? Because watu wametafuta mbinu zingine sasa za kujitoa. That's also a transformation, but a negative one. Yes.
Right. Again, hapo kwa depression.
Yes.
Maybe you can define towards depression, because most people who are confused depression maybe na stress. So nakuta tu mse nikusota amesota, but ukimuuliza nini mbaya, mimi niko depressed. So you're like, Do you know?
Okay.
Do you really know the meaning of depression?
Depression.
So you
Depression.
can basically define to us depression and maybe explain to us a little bit about depression.
Okay. For every situation that you face in life, because kuna hizo reaction, how you react, utapata very many outcomes. Like ukipata msee mwenye ako tu hapo ametulia and then umshtue, reaction itakuwa nini? Kushtuka. It's called shock. Right? Ukipata msee tu amekaa hivyo anangojea Mungu na everything ili unitaka sasa yuko campus au unangoja tu Mungu because mzae achukue simu and everything, you get stressed. But before stress unapataga kitu inaitwa anxiety. I'm still defining depression because depression inakuja in stages. It's not something that now you unakuwa diagnosed with, daktari anakuambia uko depressed and then you are like how? Unaona, it's something that we inaenda na two layers. From one layer inakuja na ingine, so inaanziaga for most times inaanziaga na anxiety. You're anxious, you're overthinking. For the ladies, they overthink a lot. Wanakaa hapo wana overthink, wanasema yani hao watu tu wako huko wanakula kuku na mimi niko hapa ninateseka. For even the new couple, watu tu maybe wameoa majuzi and then wameanza tu life, hiyo ka stage ka kwanza kanakuaga katafu because after mmemaliza do ya honeymoon, then what next? Mnapambana sasa na life, so inaanzia anxiety. You're anxious, you're thinking about it, nini, you're thinking from every perspective, the negative one, the positive ones, and then inaenda to stress. All right? Stress pia it's part of depression. Stress, you now stressed about these things. Stress now ni inakuja inaleta the emotion now. Unaanza sasa kuji-isolate na watu because umeona watu wakusaidi. Now what do you do? You do wewe unasema kama watu wanisaidii mimi wacha tu ni nyamazie na hii vitu. Unaona? That moment now you repress those thoughts. Na sasa hiyo tumeshaingia counseling. Ukirepress tu hizo thoughts na uzifungie namna hii na useme sasa kaende mimi nakaa tu man solo nipambane na situation, umeanzia now depression. Right? Unaji-isolate. Unaanza sasa now you're not even doing anything actually. You are just there stressing over things and you disorgan because most depressed people ukiingia tu kwao hivi there is nothing like order. Right? Na kuna wengine wakikuwa depressed they eat too much. Kuna wengine wakikuwa depressed they get now the eating disorders, like wanakula wanaweka mkono wanatapika and everything. Inakuja na a lot, right? But it's a stage now after stress. Right? After stress now unaingia now into depression. Depression now unajua after depression unaendaga tu kuwa suicidal and probably inaleta now the health complications because ukikula sana maybe mafuta diabetes nini. Yeah.
All right.
You're done?
Yes, I'm done with the questions.
Yes, my viewer, I may confess I love the conversation.
Yes.
I love the conversation and I feel that all of us, I know in one way or the other, what we are talking about has affected us, and the main purpose of the show is always to educate, is always to make someone learn.
Yes.
And then they can unlearn the habits they have been thinking they are healthy and maybe they are not.
Yes.
So for me, I may say I love what the coach is saying and it applies to everyone. And that is why you can sit, watch and learn and now exercise what we are learning today, right?
Yes.
Because we want to see a healthy society. We want to see a society that is free of so many toxic things.
Yes.
Because we have been practicing them maybe without knowing, and then we assume they are the correct things. But now we are getting it from the coach himself. So we are the answers he is giving, the discussion you're making is making us change. That kumbe I've been holding on to this. Now it is not what I'm supposed to.
Yes.
Yeah. So I want the coach to take us through the pointers of how emotional connections enhance life and financial well-being.
Yes.
So I want to give you a pointer number 1, and that is our mindset. how our mindset matters, leading us to this.
Okay, mindset. Mindset is how you set your mind, all right? So, like, you see animals, why do they eat stooping to the ground? Ushajiuliza mbona kuku lazima iname ikule? But human beings, you have to take the spoon and put it what? Into your mouth. You don't stoop to the plate. And if you find someone stooping, probably they have other issues that we cannot mention.
Yeah.
All right. Cows, they stoop. There are very few animals like chimpanzees and monkeys that don't stoop.
Yeah.
Because as a human being, we were created by God, the way He designed and modeled us. He modeled us to know that from here, from the neck going upwards, that's a hierarchy. Uko ni juu. Huku sasa tumefika intellectual. Tumefika sasa now the mind is inatawala. Right? So how you set your mind in every situation that you do will determine every output that life now itakupatia. Just setting, like ukiset useme time yangu ni hii na hii. Uset useme marafiki zangu ni hawa na hawa. Right? So the mindset, it encompasses a lot of things that the brain has to process in order to give you the output that you want. We have cognition. You know cognition, venye tunaelewa mambo.
Yeah.
Because unaweza kuwa unafidiwa mambo na ujui. Like if you feed your brain with a lot of pornography, life now itakupatia kitu inaitwa nini? Decay.
Yeah.
Now your morals zinaona zikidive pande hiyo.
Yeah.
If you feed your mind now with a lot of sexual things like immorality,
Yeah.
life now inakupatia nini? Ushaito, like satanism and everything. Because I normally tell people now, when the devil now wants to hit you, shetani akitaka na kupambana na wewe, huwa anakuvua nguo na make sure now uko embarrassed, hauna chochote. So it begins from our mind, how we think of things. How does the mind think?
Yeah.
How does the human being think? Like sasa ukipatiwa exam, kitu ya kwanza inakuwaga nini? Panic. After panic ni problem solving.
Yeah.
Nitaiva aje? Right?
Yeah.
Ukipatiwa maybe a budget, maybe you're doing a fundraising for your startup business, the first reaction inakuwaga tu, hey, kai, inakupata tu. So unaanza sasa kutafuta a way to solve that problem, because that's how we are engineered.
Yeah.
Right? So from the mind we go now to the bottom, like hii katikati kuko na roho hapo. Hiyo roho nayo iko na kitu inaitwa love. Na as evolutionary beings, sisi tuna the basis of evolution, sisi tunakuwaga na kitu inaitwa love. We can love. We have the ability to love a neighbor.
Yeah.
Like you can love your neighbor. Ile general love to muna relate. You can love romantically, the intimacy. You can love this film. You can love this game. Right?
Yeah.
Now it goes from the mind to the heart. That's how we are programmed. Now from the heart kwenda huko kwingine, si mnajua huko sasa ni mambo na the flesh.
Yeah.
Now the flesh sasa ndio ina. But one thing ni as a human being, miguu ndio inabeba kichwa, because kichwa ndio inaongoza huko juu. Alright? So you must look from now a transformative. How does mindset affect transformative relationship? Right?
Yeah.
Like ukikuja uchukue but there are very many types of relationship. Very many. You can even create your own.
Yeah.
Even a phone relationship, internet relationship, remote relationship, family relationship, financial relationship, economical. There are a lot of relationship types and typologies. Right? There are also very many types of connections. We have financial connections. And why do human beings do connections? Because animals too, they may do connections, but they are not the effective bonds that we want. Right? You cannot train a dog now to do everything for you, like completely. Yeah? So as a human being, we have the types of connections. Like we have to connect. Ndio mi na wewe tu, wewe benefit, mi ni benefit. Kuna nini kati yetu? What's the mutual benefit between me and you? If it's money, now we go now to what? The mutual benefit, connectivity ni pesa. Una benefit aje kwa pesa kwa hiyo deal. If it's love, it's mambo na love sasa. Romantically, how are you benefiting? Right? Yeah. So if you apply positive change to the individual, now useme sasa, me I'm going now to challenge myself and transform my mind to think always positive, because me as a life coach, I don't allow negative things completely. Kitu negative, I just say, no, this one I have just to ignore, because I don't want to feel frustrated about it, to feel embarrassed about it. All right, because if you're trying to do something and then it fails, it's not you that has failed, it is the thing that you have done that has failed. Ukijaribu kufungua hii ikatae kufunguka, this bottle, you try to open it until now you squeeze it, you have not failed. People say he failed to open it, but he is not the failure.
Okay.
It is the bottle which has failed to open. Right? So when you train your mindset now to move outside the situation and you look and say, yes, things are may not be working, but they are not me who is not making them to work, or all right, it's them that are refusing to work. So how do I make them work? How now do I solve? Nimekwambia human beings, they are problem solvers naturally, especially men.
Yes, even ladies.
Even ladies, yes, very, very. Kwanza ladies, they are, I call them efficient in problem solving. You see, we are just logically created hivyo. Tukiangalia situation, watafuta tu njia ya kufanya nini, ya kusolve. Right? Yes, so the mindset, that's how it influences. Feed your brain with positivity. What you see on social media, like me, I don't watch news. I don't want to superimpose it onto the viewers or anything. That's me. I don't completely. I don't watch news, because news are always about negative things. Most. When you filter, and you get 90%, those are just negative programming. Right? And how you program your mind, it's how you program your heart. How you program your mind is how it programs now your heart. So the link between your heart and your mind is your soul. Now the soulish. Unashanga, how comes a psychologist knows about this? We did the religion and philosophy in psychology, right? So the soul now is the link between now the heart. Like where you fell in love, but the brain inakwambia nini? We are all broke, the two of us. We are broke. Like this thing is not working. I started a business. Yes, I love business from the bottom of my heart. All right, but it's not working. Now the soul now is fed with what? Failure. Now when you program your brain now to think that it's not working and nothing is working, the output that you get always become your mindset. Inakujaga sasa na umenipatia this image na sasa reflection yenye iko kwa mirror inakuwa the you. Yes.
Yes. A question on the same you said. When it comes to mindset, you see, there is someone, for example, myself, I choose what I consume. You cannot force me to consume whatever you feel. Like, for me, I've programmed myself. Whatever I want to believe in, whatever I want to consume, that is what I take in. But there are people, you may be in an environment, maybe a few of you, maybe there is some words or a statement will be said. Now, because this person is here, the statement may not be good or it may be positive, but them inwardly, they're already negative. So in a way, they may project like it is them you're saying. You've just said a statement, or whoever is speaking has just said a statement. So to them, the statement to them is like he's condemning them. So they feel this person is talking about me.
Yes.
So how do we call that?
Okay, we call that conflict, like conflict of interests. This one happens mostly kwa watu hawajahil. Like if you find most people when they have not healed from they are called unresolved issues, past issues, then they bother them. If they have not healed completely, anything that you try to project positive or more positive to them, it will be a needle, a sting. It will be like you're pointing at them now.
Yes.
It will hurt them. It will hurt them. So probably watu wa depression sana sana wanakuwaga na a lot of unresolved issues. No, the mind is very much disorganized now. It's chaotic. The mind now is iko na hiyo mambo mengi unawaza. So when you now go to talk about this thing, now because they have been thinking about it and overthinking about it, now they think now that you are trying to attack them. Yeah, so the best way is just to unawaelewa and then you apologize. Probably if now they start now insulting or they become now violent, you now go and tell them, hey, I didn't mean this. I didn't mean it to you. I was not talking about you now directly, right? If they now start saying, proving now in itago sasa the ego defense mechanism, they start now bringing their ego, kuweka kifua nini, I knew now, so inaleta vitu zinaitwa mikosi. So you just forgive them and you tell them now to.
And now because this person is an adult,
Yes.
is there room to salvage this person from now their situation?
Yes. Through counseling.
Through counseling.
Yes.
So it means there is some healing that is needed in them.
Counseling, you will now go to, there are very many aspects of counseling, right? For them, if they have issues with anger management and depression, they need to go to a counselor for therapy to be taken through anger management, right? If they have issues with romantic relationships, everything in that romance thing is being projected towards them, they need to go for therapy, for counseling now, for a therapy session to be taken through now the process of healing. Yeah.
So there is room that they'll heal completely?
There is always room because the individual themselves, they must be willing
to heal.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. If they are not willing, you cannot help someone who is not ready to heal. Right?
Okay.
Yeah, so you cannot even force them because they will think you're projecting now, you want to force them. Yeah, so the ego is the enemy. There's that book that is called Ego is the Enemy. When you read it, you will see very many aspects of relationship are spoiled by something called the ego. Now you are there, you have your own key thing and you feel that you are the superior. Now that one creates superiority complex. Now you think that everyone is inferior to you. You are the head. Right? There are also people who suffer from inferior complex. They think now that everyone now is on top, me, self-esteem, me, wacha tu nikae tu yuko chini. Yes. So they can heal, but they must be willing
to heal.
Yes, it's just like rehab. You cannot force someone to rehab.
True.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, I think that one you've responded to. And now the last one, maybe before we wrap up or proceed to the next thing, we go back to depression.
Yes.
Is there any possibility that someone has suffered depression and they don't know?
Most depressive individual, or what we call depressive disorders, the individual themselves, they think that they are okay. Yeah, because when you go to a person, you visit them, upate kiatu iko kwa sufuria, sufuria iko bafu, right?
Yeah.
And then the shower maybe iko misplaced, and then like the house is just like that, and they live with it comfortably. Like ukiambia tu mtu hey, yani even if unaishi,
Yeah.
they will just say yeah, kwani
Feel they are
kuna
okay.
kitu mbaya, like watauliza what's wrong, yeah? They don't know, and we don't know what we don't know.
Yeah.
Right, so you have now to sit down with them, and then unawauliza how comes uko this and this disorganized and this and this. Na pia there are people who suffer from the ADHD, it's called hyperactivity disorders. Kuna watu tu au tangu kwa wadogo tu hao wanakaaga tu hivi, unaona. But if ukiangalia huyu mtu amejiisolate, amenyamazia vitu na akona the fake self, like the way they present themselves to you, unaangalia tu mtu tu unaona no, that's a fake smile, that's a fake expression.
Yeah.
Unaona, you can learn, unamwangalia tu, unaangalia unaona huyu mtu probably akona kashida, so unaenda kando unamuuliza by the way so and so I can help you, just tell me. When most depressive people, they don't know that they are. Mpaka sasa ile point itafika sasa uanze kusikia huyu mtu ameanza kutweet suicidal notes hapo nini, ameanza kusema life is nothing, life is vanity. Even King Solomon was depressed. When you go and read Ecclesiastes, huko mwisho kilimramba. All right, so most people they don't, but you can salvage completely. You can salvage. From my own experience, yes, I was depressed in 2023, and I got out of it also through the God perspective, where now I bring now the real, because you cannot help yourself. Where now una feel kabisa hapa mimi hata mimi sijui. Now you bring now God perspective. God is the one who knows. He's the one who can. Right? Yes. So it's possible to salvage time.
Okay, I don't know if Lefty has something to add.
Hapo kwa hiyo illustration ya sufuria, kiatu kwa sufuria. Okay. Many people wanaweza kosa kuelewa tofauti ya kuwa disorganized na kuwa depressed. Because kuna wale watu naturally wako tu disorganized. Yeah,
that's why I said kuna the hyper people. Kuna watu tu hivyo tu ndivyo wako. Kuna watu pia they have other disorders, wako na issues zao za kichwa na nini zenye ziko diagnosed. Daktari alienda akapima akaona huyu ndivyo yuko, right? But kuna ile now this person generally where anakuaga mtu mzuri, right? Na tunamjua, unaona ile now the presentation itself. Huyu msee huwa anadunga suti, he wears suits, he is clean and everything. But when you go to the house, we look at the guy and you look at the house, you start to wonder, right? But we also understand when you wanakuaga traveling always, unajua when you're traveling nini but if you're single and uko isolated hapo, uko na tu stress twako nini and then umeanza kuwa disorganized, probably umeanza hiyo stress imekuwa nyingi. Sasa you need now to be taken through how to cope with depression. Yes.
I get it now.
Okay. Maybe for the interest of time, I'll say to our viewers, thank you for following. Thank you for interacting with us. Thank you for sending in your ideas. And also want to thank our life coach today. I've really learned a lot, and I'm expecting to learn more, because I know this is not for today only. You're here with us, and I'm very happy that I can learn what I've learned today. A lot has come as new, and I'm happy that I've heard it from the coach himself, and I urge the society, the viewer out there, because I know a lot we've learned today ni vitu hatujakuwa tunajua. Kuna ile angle tunachukua nayo life, and actually we think it is the correct angle, but it's always misplaced. If you sit with a coach like him, you find that your angle is misplaced. So I'll urge our viewer that whoever is following, you follow and you analyze. Analyze yourself and analyze your surrounding.
Yes.
Because you never know, you can salvage someone.
Mm.
You may be seeing someone who is in a condition, to you, you know it is misplaced, but you don't know how to approach.
Mm.
So with the coaching we are receiving today, I'll know how to handle myself and also handle the next person.
Yes.
So to me, it's a gain for today's episode. And I want to thank the life coach. I want to thank my panelist who is always here with me. And I want to give a shout out to this nice place. You need comfort away from home. Come here at Hillcourt Hotel. You will find good accommodation. You will get the sumptuous food. And you will get all the size of the halls you want for your conferences, for all your activities. You're welcome at Hillcourt, if it's swimming, whatever your need at a hotel is. Karibu Hillcourt, and you'll get all the best. Thank you for today, and I hope to see you in our next episode. And it is bye-bye from us. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.